Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Mandy, and I like to talk about makeup panning, nail polish, and things happening in my real life. Today I have an introduction for the Eyes 2024 project, otherwise known as Enjoy Your Eyeshadows, so stay tuned. This project, Eyes, Enjoy Your Eyeshadows, was created by YouTuber Deb B, who's I consider a friend of mine, and she is a wonderful panner, makes beautiful eye looks, and this project is all about enjoying your eyeshadows. I started this project last year and after a few months quit because I was overwhelmed, but this year I have a new approach to the way I am panning, and I am looking forward to working on this project. My goal this year is to go through all of my palettes and use them each, no pan left behind, hopefully, and I'm going to use this project to work on them. So let's see, what else is there to say? Deb's projects, there are no rules for this project. You can use it any way you want as long as you're talking about your eyeshadows. You can update monthly or bi-monthly and on any date that suits your schedule. So she's pretty easy and open. There are no rules, basically just guidelines. And each month she would like us to talk about our favorite eyeshadow or product that we used over the last month, and our least favorite, our peak and our pit. So since this is an introduction, I don't really have anything to talk about for what I have used, except if I told you what I'm wearing right now, which I could, but I'm not going to. Maybe I will. So let's talk about what I am planning on using this next coming month. Doesn't mean it's what I'm going to use, but what I'm planning to use. So like I said, I am working on using my palettes, no pan left behind. Some of these palettes, all of these palettes actually have some use in that, and one of the 4 palettes I'm bringing in is only going to be used for a couple shades. So let's get started and I'll tell you about it a little bit more. The first palette I have that I'm planning to work on this month is from Winky Luxe. It's shiny. This is their Latte Kitten palette, and it is a brown neutral palette, which I am going to be trying to consider if I want to keep, because this is not my preferred color story. I find it quite boring. But I do have one shade in this palette. This one here is Nutmeg. Is in my Throwback 30 for Beauty A to Z, and I'm working on that, and I am wearing it in my transition today. And then the rest of the shades I am working on. So far I've used Nutmeg a couple times. I've used this shade here, which is called Frothy, and then I've used this dark brown shade in the middle, which is called, I don't know, can't read upside down, Hibiscus, of all things. And those are the only 3 shades in this palette I have used so far. It does have some mattes and some shimmers. It looks like 3 mattes and the rest are satin shimmers. So, and it smells slightly of coffee. I'm going to be using this palette to see if I want to keep it around for, doing base transitions, or if I should just pass it on to somebody else who will enjoy it more. So that is the first palette I'm bringing in. The next palette I'm bringing in is what my look is mainly made up of today, and this is the ABH Riviera palette. In this palette, I don't currently have any shades in projects, but I have in the past. Let me see if I can hold this up for you. So I have worked on this shade here called Estate. That is a good lid setting transition shade. And I've also used the white shade here previously. And then I've also used the brown here, which I have in my look today, darkening my outer corner and on my lower lash line. And then at some point, apparently I've used this silvery metal blue. I'll give you swatches of those because everybody enjoys swatches. And I'll even go back and give you a swatch of Nutmeg, just because I feel generous. I don't know why I'm swatching the white. You can't really see it. But, gotta swatch something. shimmer. Okay. So those are the 4 shades I discussed. Estate is right here. That is the white, the brown called Palm, and then the blue over here is Mediterranean. Wipe those off really quick. Okay, sorry for the neighbor's noise. In today's look, I have my base shade is this one called Coastline, which I believe I had in a project previously. That is the base of the inner half of my lid. And then I have this shade here called Palermo on the outer and inner corner of my lid. And I will give you swatches of those. So this is Coastline and this is Palermo. And then a swatch of Nutmeg. There you go, and that is Nutmeg right there. Almost looks like a shadow on my hand. So those are the colors, and then I have a gold from another project tapped in the center of my lid. So I am bringing that in to use the rest of the shades. The next palette I am going to be working on trying to incorporate over the next month is going to be my Pink Star palette. You can see what it really is called. And so far I've used actually quite a few of the shades in here, but I will probably use them all again. It is a very colorful, bright colorful palette. So far I have used, let's see if I can do this, the white and the white on the top row, the yellow, and the red. On the second row I've used the light blue, the pink, the lavender, the orange, and the other light blue. On the third row I have used the red. I can't see anything anymore. I've used, I'm going all backwards. Okay, so the first row I've used the first, the yellow, and the red. The second row I've used everything except for this first shade, so all the pink through there. The third row I've used this orangey shimmer, and then the blue and the dark red. And on the last row I've used the yellow, the peach shade, and this dark blue. So, like I said, I'll probably use those again to incorporate in looks. But, yeah, looking forward to a lot of different looks from this, and this one will probably be going this month and next month. We'll see. So, yeah, getting looks out of those. My main focus is going to be making looks from these 2 palettes. And then, if needed, incorporating this, or if I feel like I want something more colorful, I will put this in. This one would actually probably go really well with the Riviera, so we'll see. And then finally, the last palette I'm going to talk about today is just a palette I have one shade, well 2 shades, in a projects. So I'm going to bring this in this sort of an accent additional palette. This is my Marvycorn from BH Cosmetics in collaboration with Marvin Magnificent. And this has been, oh sorry, itchy ear. This has been my Pan That palette year before last, and I did pretty good hitting pan in all the shades, but I haven't used them all to completion. But currently I have this shade Moana in a project for uses. It matches my nail polish. And I'm going to be using that occasionally, and then I have this shade here, which is a highlighter called Livin' the Life. I actually use as an inner corner. I am wearing it as such today, and because it's a little bit dark as a cheek highlighter. And those I'm going to be using occasionally in this project. So, yeah, that is my introduction to the Eyes Project Pan. If you enjoyed this video and have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let me know down below in the comment section. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button while you're here, and you can click on the bell icon to be notified when I upload my next video, which will be on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, with occasional videos on Saturdays this month and maybe next month. This month on Saturdays I am uploading my makeup inventory. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. And if you enjoyed this video, I think I said that already. Okay, so until my next video, take care of yourselves, stay true to you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!